Legor. MRP, I would like to set up a product. We produce 30 kilogram pack snacks and put 12 in a display box. 12 times 30 gram packs and put 6 display boxes in one shipper's box. What is the best way to set up in the MRP module? Okay, I'll try again. Wait, because that's the kind of flow that I need to write down. So basically what you do is that you produce 30 grams of pack. Okay. Then you put 12 in a display box, and so you have, of course, so you have the display box, and then you have 12 times 30 grams of every pack. Okay, and put 6 display boxes in one shipper box. Oh, come on! And then you put 6 display boxes in one shipper's box. Okay. The main thing is that what we have in terms of MRP is that you can have different purchase and different sales units of measure with a conversion rate. So what I think is possible is to say that you produce 30 gram of is that you put 30 gram as a 30 gram pack as a purchase unit of measure, and then you can say that you can produce those 30 gram packs. Then what you can say eventually is to say, okay, my sales purchase of measure so is the amount of boxes, so of display boxes, which is 12 times 30 gram packs. I guess that is the same thing like when I go to the Colruyt and I buy like a huge plastic bag of snacks. So you have 12 times 30 grams. So what I would propose is that in terms of MRP, we'll try it out because I think it's a bit complex to configure in live. But once again, if I manage it, I will be very proud of myself. So I'll just take a sip of water and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible after. Here we go. So, to be able to handle that flow, what I would try to do in your case would be to go into the inventory configuration, maybe no, in the sales, sorry. So in the sales configuration and say that you can have different units of measure, right? So we go into the setting and you say that you want to have different units of measures, right? And you save it. So here we go. So you have different units of measures now. You go into the sales app, into configuration, and you go into the units of measures that are here, right? What we will first do is create an internal category of units. Oh no, so a category of units of measure. So a unit of measure categories here. We will create it and we will tell them that it's the boxing, right? Units of measures, right? And we save. Then from the in the boxing units of measure, we'll first create a new unit of measure, right? So we create a new unit of measure and we call it a 30 gram pack. All right, and we select the category boxing units of measure. All right, I will say that that is the reference unit of measure of that category. We save. Then we create a new one. I will say that we have the display box, and so the display box is 12 times the 30 gram pack, right? The category, once again, is boxing units of measure, and the reference unit of measure is now bigger, of course, because that unit of measure is 12 times bigger than the first one. I think that until here we agree. We save, All right, and now we have 2 units of measure. So what we will do now is create a product. All right, so we will go into catalog and then products. We create a product and we say that this is, let's say, the sneakers. All right, sneakers. It can be sold and it can be purchased. Right, and in the unit of measure you have 2 units of measure. You have the sales unit of measure, so the one that you effectively sell, right, and that is the 2 times 30 gram. And then you have the purchase unit of measure, and that is the 30 gram pack, right? And we save. Your inventory will now be based on the 12 times 30 gram of pack. So it will count how many 12 times 30 gram of packs you have, right? So if we go then into the inventory module, we can make a bill of material. So we create a bill of material here. We create and we say that for 1 unit of 12 times 30 gram of packs, I need that much. But I don't want that. I want for 1 unit of 30 gram packs, because that is what you produce, right? I will need the product chocolate. We'll create, I just want to have a nice chocolate here. Here we go. Chocolate. Create chocolate, and I have a lot of units of measures here, all due to our nice little engineering firm who asked me if we could have more we can have more units of measure, so please don't take attention to that. I will say I need 10 units of chocolate, and I need as well, what can I say more? I need, what do you need for Snickers? Caramel, you know? I'll take some caramel. I create caramel, and for caramel I need 12 units of measures. Right, here we go. That is for 1 of the 30 grams. So then in the manufacturing module, what will happen is that I will take the manufacturing order and I create one. I'll say for my product Snickers here, for 1 quantity of, okay, so it directly converts into my 30 grams. So that's a bit special, but I can select the 30 grams here. And say I want to produce, let's say how much? Let's say 100, right? 30 gram packs. We save. So it's calculated how much we needed. So we needed 12 and 1, so that is very good, right? We check the availability. There is nothing because at this point I've produced nothing. So we produce, and then I say that I produce 130 grams of pack, and I record the production. All right, and I mark this as done, right? Then what I can show you is that if I go back into my product now, and I take the sales and I go into the product, right? I now see that I have, in terms of my sneakers, I have a quantity. I don't have the quantity because it is supposed to be a stockable product. Here we go. I have a quantity on hand of 0. That's a bit strange. Maybe I have to upload that again. Alright, I think that something went wrong with my production. I'm very sorry. I'll get back to my production. So manufacturing. This one is supposed to be done, so I don't really know why it didn't want me to do it. So we'll check the availability and then we'll produce. Yes, I want to record my production, post inventory, and mark as done. Okay, then normally here in terms of my sneakers I should have a little bit more quantities on hand. Okay, for some dark reason, okay, I do have some on hand. Okay, so I have on hand, but for some reason it doesn't show me in my, I guess it's a problem of the configuration of my warehouse, I'm sorry. But so basically now I've produced the amount of, if I produce 100 pieces of, so 200 in total pieces of 30 grams, I have 8 times 12 times 30 grams of pack, right? What I can then do is that I can simply go into my delivery order, right, and say that I will put that in a pack. So to do that, I have to go into the inventory and say, okay, I have my configuration, and in my settings I want to be able to put in pack. Alright, so multiple warehouses. So I forgot a bit where the configuration packages is. So I wanted to track packages. I have a package type, and I will create a package type that is called shipper box. Here we go. Alright, and then in my packaging, then after, once I've sold, I want in my operations, you know, to do all the transfers and to create a transfer, so a delivery order here, right? I want to deliver it to my partner, let's say Odoo. I want to deliver my sneakers. All right, I have 12 out of 30 right units packed, and so you says that you deliver 6 of them, so 6 of them go out of your pack, so go out of your stock, 12 times 30 gram packs. We save, right? That's the initial demand. We mark it as to do. We check the availability. They are available normally. They are not, because we are not into the right warehouse. I have a little warehouse issue. I think it's about the multi-company. I'm very sorry, but I'll just force the availability for once, even though I don't. It's not something that I recommend to do in general when you have a good warehouse management. It's just that I think that I messed something up with my configuration with my warehouses, but it's just to show you the logic. And in the operations, then what you can do is select edit and say, okay, I have configured 6 out of those. Right, we save, and normally I should suppose to be able to put them in pack. So that's a bit strange. I don't immediately know why he didn't put me the put in pack option. I guess I'm missing something out here. So if I go back into my configuration, did it save? Did I save it? Maybe I didn't save it. I go into configuration settings. Okay, so packages here are not saved. So I guess that's the reason that it didn't want me to put in pack. Here we go. So if we put those one in packs, if we select the put in pack option, I don't know if you will want to recalculate that, because normally he only wants it. And here we go. And now we have the option put in pack, and you can say, okay, I want to put those in a pack, and those packs then have a serial number on their own in the packages here with the amount of quantity of your products. So that's a bit the idea. So to re-display, what you can do is that you can build 2 units of measure, one purchase unit of measure, one sale unit of measure. The first unit of measure being 30 gram pack, the second unit of measure being 12 times 30 grams pack.